Hey everybody, this is Dan from Mechanical Malarkey. Today I'm going to show you how to change the front pads and rotors on a 2013 to 2017 Honda Accord. Make sure you get the correct size of brake rotors and pads for your car, because it does vary depending on the trim level of the car. Aftermarket pads may come with two different sizes of pad holder hardware, so figure out which of the two sizes you need. These are the tools you'll need to change your front brakes. You'll need 12mm or 14mm socket, depending on which size brakes you have, a 17mm socket. If you have rotor screws, you'll need a Phillips number 3 bit on an impact driver, a hammer. To push the caliper in, you'll need either some sort of caliper piston tool or a large pair of channel lock pliers. Jack up the car, support it on jack stands, and then remove the front wheels. Start by removing the caliper from the bracket. There's two bolts. On the smaller brakes, they're 12mm. On the bigger brakes, they're 14mm. I usually like to set the caliper up on top of the knuckle and backing plate. It's not good to hang it from the hose. Remove the pad return springs, and remove the pads. If the pads are really stuck in there, you might need to use a hammer and a pry bar. Next, remove the bracket from the steering knuckle. There's two 17mm bolts. Remove the bracket. Then to remove the rotor, if you still have rotor screws, remove those. Factory size is a Phillips number 3. So use an impact driver. To break that loose. And then, if it's not too stuck on, you can just pull the rotor off. Otherwise, hit it with a hammer. Need to push the caliper piston back into the caliper so it can fit the new pads. So there are many caliper tools available, or a big pair of channel lock pliers can also work. If the dust boot around the piston puffs out like this when you push the piston in, it just means there's some air trapped in there. So carefully with a small screwdriver or pick, just stick it between the piston and the boot and pull it back to let the air out. Now we need to replace the hardware and clean and lubricate the slider pins. To remove the old hardware, use a flathead screwdriver or a small pry bar. But before you put the new hardware on, you need to clean this rust out of here. If you live in an area with not a lot of rust, probably don't need to do too much with this. Here in New York, you have to clean a lot of rust out. You could use a wire brush or a small wire wheel on a drill, even sandpaper, or I usually use a die grinder. Now to clean and lubricate the sliders, pull back on the boot and then pull the pin out. If there's really stubborn grease, use some brake cleaner or solvent on it, and then wipe it off with a rag or paper towel. Then your rust around the end, try to clean that off too. If there's a lot of rust, you can use a wire wheel to clean it off. Also, make sure there's not too much around here where the boot sits on it. Then take some brake grease, put a nice coating on the slide pin, and then stick it back in. Usually I pull back the boot a little to make sure any trapped air gets out, and then wipe off any grease that got squeezed out. Put the new pad holder hardware in. Now it can be reinstalled on the car. You'll notice these are all covered in some kind of oil. That's to prevent rust during storage and shipping. So you're going to want to clean that off. So take some solvent or brake clean, spray it down, and then wipe it off with a rag. Put your new rotor on. Put the screw back in. Don't need to be too tight, just enough to hold the rotor in place. Now reinstall the bracket. Tighten it down. If you want the torque specs, I'll put them on screen. Then take your new pads, put some brake grease on the ends. Put them in the holders. When you put the pad return springs on, it's going to want to push those pads right out, so you'll have to hold it once you put them on and then get the caliper on. Put the caliper bolts in. And you're done with one side. The other side of the car will be just the same. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media on Facebook and Instagram, and read the blog at mechanicalmalarkey.com. Thanks for watching.